what up, all the Sag risings and shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably like, damn, it's my birthday, nigga. I couldn't get my reading early on my birthday and shit. Yeah, man, look. It's here now. It's here now, and I got y'all. I'm gonna give y'all, y'all fair reading, you know what I'm saying? It's time. So here's the deal now, right? What we gonna be doing is we gonna start we gonna do them house transit readings that I was doing. We're gonna do those on new moons and full moons, and then we just gonna do regular business tarot during the in between, you know what I'm saying? That way, you know what I'm saying, because those take a lot out of me. So I'm like, nah, we, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. For the most part though, how y'all doing? I know the moon right now is like late degrees Aquarius, and so I intend for these to be weeklies, but I know I'm doing y'all kind of late, so I'm gonna do it for up till the moon is in I'm gonna say Taurus, since it's late degree Aquarius now, you know what I'm saying? So by this gonna be to the moon slides into Gemini for the most part. It's gonna be, when the moon's still in Taurus and then sliding into Gemini. So for the most part, if you're a Sag ascendant, the moon should be, let me see, the moon's in Aquarius, so that should be y'all third house. I believe. Yeah, third house. And then the fourth would be no, is that right? No, that's not right. Hold on. Is it third house? If you a Sag ascendant, so you got Sag in the first, you got, let's see, it said Capricorn. Yes, it's Pisces in the fourth. That's what it is. So yeah, so for the most part, the moon's gonna be moving from your third house all the way to your, and I should know this because I'm a Scorpio ascendant, but it's late degree and shit like that. But like late degree, but not a cusp, but it's still, the houses be lined up like that. But for the most part, we're gonna do it for when the moon. So the moon gonna be sliding through your third house to your sixth house, and maybe a little bit of your seventh. For the most part. So this for you is a week of networking. You know what I'm saying, or networking, communicating, but not so much on a Aquarian level, but more so on like more of a Gemini level, you know what I'm saying, within people, places, and things that you're familiar with, and then kind of like at the end of the week being able to then relate, or know who to relate to, as far as like a more one-on-one type of partnership and shit like that, speaking on business in general and stuff like that. Or it might be a situation where, you see an opportunity that you can relate to somebody else or what somebody else has going on, but for the most part, let's jump right in. So, the first card is what you need to be valuing at this time. And of course, the sun is going through your first house. So right now it's a whole focus on yourself, you know what I'm saying? And you got the Five of Fire. So, the Five of Fire, for the most part, this is a card that's speaking towards expression. Five being an internal like energy, so like almost like an inner light. I feel like value your inner light, your inner passion. For the most part, there's something that you see that nobody else can see, and right here it's like a star, you know what I'm saying? It's like making a star and shit. So for the most part, it's about being able to tap into your I was gonna say your star power, but I just really feel like there's an internal vision that you have, and basically you need to value that right now, because that might be all you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be going through a lot of things in the external world, but it's like when you flash this vision, though, this vision really like a key. And this is really the key for you to get out of the situation you in, and that, but you might fall victim to doubt, self-doubt, and things of that nature. You might be in your own head, and but let's figure it out. Let's do the second card, because the second card always kind of the second card is always the sixth house principle, where it's about what we need to criticize and what we need to adjust, fix, re-examine, pay attention to. So let's do that. I'm getting the vibe of like complications. I feel like the cards be speaking sometimes, and it's like the shuffle is almost like complications. Like you might be afraid to make a bad move or a misstep, but you know, I think that's something you're gonna have to just let go of, because at the end of the day, it's like you can't predict this shit, and especially not when we're talking about inner visions and creativity and things like that. And I get a lot of fallouts, a lot of like maybe sporadic energy, maybe like, you know, you're a little unstable right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all kind of dealing with instability and y'all not really knowing. Maybe you're having like fallouts with people. It's something to that nature. It's more to it. I feel like there's more to it. It's like y'all, or maybe y'all complicating the vision. You know what I'm saying? Because the vision dealing with your feelings and stuff like that. But you know, you got Mercury here and stuff like that right now. It's like all we want to do is think. And the moon being in Aquarius and in your third house is like all you want to do is think right now. And you might, you know, take that opportunity. Hold on now. Something going on. Y'all. Something going on. These is like slipping out my hands now. Like, I ain't the best shuffler, but hold on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I think something's like going on with y'all. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all might just be seeing a lot of things going on right now. But it's like, you gotta value that vision. You know what I'm saying? You can't be so might be some nervousness too. You know what I'm saying? It might be like some nervousness. It's almost like the cards are jumping, like. And I just finished. There we go. Boom. So what you giving energy to? Grand support in terms of fire energy. It's almost like this is what you need to criticize. So maybe like how you're fueling this fire, how you're choosing to go about supplying this vision. You got to be careful not to basically burn yourself out. I feel like almost like that's kind of vibe I get. It's like heavy fire. Like when I was shuffling, it's like a lot of jumpy like energy. It almost feels like the cards was like trying to get about. So like maybe you in that energy of trying to get about of something or facing something, but it's like for the most part you need to kind of like, I'm not gonna say slow down, but you need to be cognizant of how bright you're burning and how fast. You need to make sure that you are leveling out and balancing, adding more equilibrium to your light and not burning yourself out, because it's like all this feeling and stuff like that. It's like you still like just feeling more about a situation isn't going to help handle it. You know what I'm saying? You actually have to handle the situation. You can't just sit back and feel a bunch of things, because at the end of the day, it don't really matter if you feel good or bad. It's always going to be about what have you actually done in the physical to to put those feelings in motion. Because you know what I'm saying, it's like faith without works type of vibe. You know what I'm saying, where it's like, you know, you got a vision to value, but you need to be careful how much you are supplying that shit with just pure fire. You need to make sure you still getting up and expressing yourself, but make sure that it's almost like, yeah, don't burn yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing it in a balanced like way. So the third card is what you need to take action on, and for the most part, you got the 10 of Earth. And so literally, so I really see this 10 of Earth being, and we get a bit of Capricorn-like energy. So it's saying build. This is like the build card. You see the roots, you know what I'm saying? You see the tree stump, and then you see the star coming up from the top, you know what I'm saying? So this is like all the roots, like creating the rooting system. Like when you about to, if you want your whatever business that you're working on, right? If you want that shit to be sturdy, you need to make sure that at the very foundation of what everything is built on, that you've made sure that you built systems to support what it is that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? As a brand, as a business, it's like whatever you're trying to build. And even if this is just your everyday life and you're considering it your business, it's like still there's something, it's like you're valuing your expressions. You should be, right? Value your expressions or your creative vision. That's important. But be careful how you're supplying this and also just you moving about in the world. You are giving a lot of your expression to a lot of the world. So you need to make sure you keep this in control. Make sure you criticize this a little bit. Like, what am I actually giving all this energy to? What am I fueling with my fire? You know what I'm saying? And then what you actually need to take action on is more practicalizing, more initiating new ways of structuring and making sense out of this creative vision that you're valuing. And as you begin to shape this out, it becomes to look more like a star, and you don't run the risk of just burning yourself out. Or see, this is a campfire, right? But like, think about what a campfire is actually doing. It's stuck, first of all, and it's like, its purpose is to supply heat to others and stuff like that, which is cool, right? But it's like, you got a choice. Either you could be the star, or you can overexhaust yourself to the point where you're nothing more than a campfire for other people, aka you can't get your own visions going. You got to just warm up everybody around you, but once they leave and go out and do what they want to do, you left hanging, and then you don't even have enough energy to put into yourself to go forward with anything. So it's like, you know, it's also a bit of boundaries. You know, take action on creating boundaries so that you can create stability in your life, and that might be the case too. You know what I'm saying? This might be different things you're viewing as fun. Like, you want to give, you know what I'm saying, you want to have fun, you want to be free. And it's like, you know, you think you're being free, acting out, but it's like you actually are just restricting yourself. But it's coming in a more fierce way. It's coming in a low-key way, a way where you don't even realize until you realize, damn, I done exhausted myself. So I was like, you restrict yourself in the long run. But you know, at first you thought you was kind of getting over on things. You thought, well, shit, I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, having fun, getting lit, boom, 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 boom. But it's like you never addressed what the issue was, and you just kind of ran from it. So now it's like, as that fire dims, because the fire got to go out. So as that fire dims, it's like, what do you have supporting it? And if you don't take the action to start structuring things now, you won't even be able. It's like, you want to make sure you putting forth intentions and actions and energies into constructing something for this beautiful vision to stand on, or to stand on, or float on, or burn on, whatever you want to call it. Because without that, it's like, when this dies out, you know, that fire that you might have, that ability to give grand support right now, you might not have that tomorrow. You might not have that next week. You might not have that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that because we all have our time where we need time to reload and readjust and get my words all jumbled and stuff like that. But y'all feel what I'm saying? Relax and recuperate. But for the most part, you know, let's find a conclusion. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like, I know, like, so, you know, like we were saying, the moon is sliding from your 3rd house to your 7th house. So this could be in relationships, even people that you might have already had agreements with. You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure that, you know, you're not spreading yourself too thin. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing a lot right now, and that's kind of the energy I was getting in the beginning. Y'all doing a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it might be good shit, but still, don't burn yourself out, you know what I'm saying? For the sake of a feeling also, because this feeling that you value, and let's not be in la-la land, this feeling that you value in could also be something that's leading you to your detriment. So you need to make sure that when you criticize this fire, criticize the whole thing, you know, criticize what you value in too, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they both sharing the element. And the 10 is talking about restrictions and boundaries in general, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of structure. So it's like, there might be things that you need to cut out of your routine. So for the most part, we got A of Earth. So this is a starting point when it comes to thinking and communicating. So this is the conclusion. So the conclusion is clearing your mind, or being able to have peace of mind on some level, or being able to create a peace of mind for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's sufficient enough to get you from point A to your point B. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like I said, what needs to happen is this needs to be cleared up. This fire needs to be tamed. I feel like, and y'all know it, y'all have all this creativity, but y'all life might be a little wild a little bit sometimes, because, you know, y'all might base things in your life off of the joy of it and the freedom of it, and that's all fine and dandy. But some of the things that we might think are cages are the very things that are keeping us stable, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like you're at a time where, you know, you're trying to take chances on, you know, this vision that you see. And like I said, this vision could either be something that's working in your life or not working. So pay attention to this. Have spiritual discernment for this whole reading. Don't just assume that everything is positive, because it's just not good or bad. These are just energies and shit like that. So whatever you're in, you got to apply it to your situation the best way you can. But for the most part, this is the same element as your criticism. So examine this, you know what I'm saying? Really examine if what you are valuing, or what, you know, or what you are expressing, the vision that you have, make sure it's something that you actually do believe in, or that you actually do value. Not so much believe in, but something that you value, but believe in as well. Because this has to be real for you, you know what I'm saying? And you have to feel connected to it on some level from the 5. And if you're connected with it, and it's something that is not seeming, because sometimes it's hard to know if what we're doing is actually catastrophic in our life. And it's like, to be honest with you, it's like, you can't, like, other people's reactions will tell you kind of like, as far as a reference, in like a reference in excuse me, burping and shit. But it's like other people will tell you based upon their reaction, kind of like a reference on whether they're able to receive your like it's kind of hard, because it's like you can't really care about what other people think about things, but sometimes like other people are a good reference point to know how you're coming across. So it's like, you know, if what you're doing in your vision, and when you express it to people, when you express your vision to people based upon their reaction, like, you know what I'm saying, like not saying like if they don't get it that it's bad, but it's like if it's like you told a good amount of people and it's like nobody, like, and like that's tricky too, because I can't even say that, because I'm like sometimes you be having a vision that nobody can see, but it really comes down to discernment, yo. That's where it's now out of my jurisdiction for real. It's got to be, you know what I'm saying, it's your path, you know what I'm saying. So for the most part, you know, use that discernment, figure out if this is something you should be valuing, and for the most part, try to, you know what I'm saying, put forth more Capricorn light energy when it comes to shaping this out and making this make sense, so that you can come to a clear starting point from your mind's perspective, a clear mind about what it is that you're trying to build. And that'll also help you kind of create an opportunity to clearly communicate this beautiful vision that you have, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, much love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.